Hey guys, what's up? Just another quick message for you. And the message today is the truth about fear. The truth about fear is just an illusion. Fear doesn't exist, it's only something of the mind. Fear, we're not born with fear. Fear is taught, and it's taught through our experiences, how we were raised, our environment. Our thinking becomes persuaded, and then that's how fears are carried in our mind for the rest of our life. And fears can hinder us from living out blessings and such. Um, those are causes of fear. The causes of fear is when you experience something that created some type of meme, which is a thought about you or about your life and how it can go, and it's horrible because and deafening because it's all over the society, and it's limiting our thinking, and it's limiting our behavior, and it's limiting what we think that we can do with our own lives. And the false thoughts are deception. Um, I heard this last week in church by our pastor. He gave a really good story about deception, and the story was that him and his wife, they just bought a house and they had a baby and blah blah blah. And so he just set up this new alarm system in their house. And so when they were sleeping and it was like the middle of the night, the alarm went off and it went and it went crazy, right? So his initial thought was that somebody was in the house and somebody was breaking into their house and probably gonna either steal stuff or try to hurt them or whatever. So that was his initial thought, that there was someone in the house and we may be harmed or we might be in danger. So that was his thought. So he told this crazy story about they thought the baby was there, but the baby was at the grandma's house, and the room was all the way on the other side of the house. And he went in there with a knife, and then he realized the baby wasn't there, and he killed Shamu or blew up Shamu in their shower, which it was a hilarious story. But the point is, he thought there was all this danger happening around them because the first instantaneous thought, and they found out that the alarm only went off because of the sensor with the door, one of the doors in their house or whatever, so it was like the sensor triggered the alarm to go off. But in all that event, no one was literally in the house to kill them. Nobody was really intruding in their house. It was just his behavior, him and his wife's behavior was that they're in danger. So it was a deceptive thought at the end. That's just an example. And so deception can be all over your life. It could be about a relationship and not trusting somebody, and the deceptiveness or believing something that's not true about yourself is deceptiveness, or believing that you can't do something because somebody told you once. That's all deception. They're all lies, especially if it's limiting. And that's a way to catch that thinking and change it. Fear. Fear is taught in the society. All these pressures have become fears. Fear of bills. And here's some behaviors of what fear looks like when it's in your life. Fearfulness causes these types of behaviors. Being controlling, having to have control over everything, controlling people. If you have one in your family, or if you're that person, hey, we all got one in our family, or we've all been around somebody who has a controlling personality, or has become that way because of something that makes them feel like they need to be in control of everything. Or they need to control the environment around them so they feel safe or a certain type of way, or they feel security within themselves to control what's around them. Low self-esteem, lack of confidence, other fears of the way people perceive you. Those are other fears that can take over. Aggressiveness, anger, acting out in anger because you don't understand something, or you don't know why it's happening to you, or you act out in anger or aggressive behavior to yourself or to others, which is harmful. But aggressiveness, anger is another way that fear is controlling your life, especially when you deal with situations and you react in an aggressive way or an angry way. And being constantly worried. Hey, I've dealt with this one. Being constantly worried. Bills. We got bills to pay. I feel like a lot of people know that one. Constantly worried about, um, especially like in my generation, like, um, do you have a boyfriend? Are you gonna get married? Like, when are you getting married? Even people who are older, like in their 20s and 30s, and it still doesn't happen, and they're still worried because they feel this pressure of society and this anxiety of all these pressures put on you that's not even real. It's only because you're putting them on yourself now. So stuff like that, those worries. But here's the thing. Here is the thing. Um, we can release these fears and we can stop them, and you know they can take over, and like I've seen, like, like example of you know in your family, like, um sometimes parents, they grew up a certain way and they try to, they want to change, if they didn't like something the way they grew up, or if something happened to them and they have kids and they impose these things on their children, these fears they impose on their children, and then the kid grows up with these fears that wasn't even in their life, or they didn't actually experience themselves, or later in life they begin to experience because it was imposed on them when they were small. So be careful. Teach yourself, learn things, and also if you have children, do the best that you can. Like, we're all doing the best that we can on this planet, and everybody's going to learn their own lessons on this planet. Some the same, some totally different. It's just really the way how we deal with pain in our life and what we do with that pain. But here's the thing to releasing fears, guys. There's a solution. Releasing fear. Think about this. All the power is in your mind. All the power is in your thoughts. All the power is there. It's how strong do you exercise your mind? How strong is your mind to you? So, and here's tying it, because fear doesn't go with love. Love and fear are complete opposite. They're on the complete opposite spectrum. Love is godlike. Fear is ego-like, worldly. It's not of God. Fear can be released because, it's the way you think, the deceptive thoughts, the lies, all that stuff. That's what you take into your mind and you make of it, of a situation that's probably not even the way it really is. And some people even make up situations that hasn't even happened yet, or it's because it's fearful thinking, limited thinking. And listen, I want you guys to know that. And also the bills and all that stuff, it's the unknown. So that's what most people are afraid of, the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. That's why so many people are in their comfort zones. And here's something maybe that it could stick with you to change it to, well, like anything. It could be anything. Well, we get that unknown fearfulness from being scared and thinking that, oh, I'm scared. But here's the shift. The unknown isn't scary. The unknown is exciting. That's what I tell myself now. The unknown, not knowing what's going to happen. I just lost my job, but I have the hope and I have the faith that I will get a better job, or with my business, being successful, starting your own business. There's lots of fears in that. It's normal to have doubts and stuff, but this is excitement, guys. This is the exciting part about life, is the unknown. It's where God can introduce anything. It's your time to create whatever you want and manifest whatever you want, and enjoy that process of transforming into that blessing and transforming into what you're creating in your mind, and becoming the person that you always wanted to be. So again, the unknown is not scary. It's exciting. Whenever I feel nervous, especially like if I'm going to make a video or something, because like I'm still getting used to this, and exercising it and talking to myself and getting used to looking into a camera and at myself. it's exciting now to me. So, and I'm gonna exercise that until it's completely true, and you'll see the whole body language of me changing. Like, I'm more comfortable now, but in the beginning, it can be tough. So, it's practicing that and exercising that and making sure that I know that my mindset is that this is exciting. This isn't scary. This is exciting. This is part of life, the unknown. Another thing is that you cannot live a secret life it feels, because fear makes you feel like you're alone. And the thing about connecting it with your relationship to God is that there's no secrets with God. God, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. God is your best friend. And make sure that you know that whatever you're hiding, you have to always confess. It's like repentance. You always have to make sure that your intentions are right with God, the God in you, your heart. And understand that God knows everything about you. God knows your intentions. Just understand that you make that clear in your relationship with God, that God knows everything about you. God knows more about you. God knows about your destiny already. So God, there's no secrets with God, okay? And so yeah, I am done, and I hope that this message was good for you guys and you guys liked it. And I hope I can do more stuff to help, because I'm always trying to find content and I'm always constantly learning to share and using it in my life. So I hope this helps, guys. Love you so much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video, okay?